For this video, I will cover more on the subject of graphene, so let's get into it. Previously, in my Black Dawn of Graphene series, I mentioned the X-Files. The particular episode was called Apocrypha. I used some clips from that episode. Well, there was something else in that episode that caught my attention. At the beginning, there was a counter. The number on the counter was 153. Some of us are aware of the number 153. This goes back to the Bible in John chapter 21. This is when Jesus told his disciples to cast their net to the right side of the boat. They caught 153 fish. As many by now also know, this is also reflected in the Vesica Pisces symbol. One of the numbers in the Vesica Pisces equation is 153. Two circles merging together to form an image in the middle. This could be the boat mentioned in the Bible. It could be the pineal gland or a fish. But how does this relate to graphene? What is the point of this? Allow me to continue. You see, I live in Texas. Well, I have come across something here that relates to this, and not the graphene company in Dallas. I already talked about that. I came across a bank called VeraBank. The images I have, I actually took with my camera, so these aren't pulled off the internet. As you can see in this first image, you see two squares merging together. When I saw this, it was obvious to me what this symbol was. It's a Vesica Pisces, but it's a cubed version or a squared version. It's the serpent's version. It has tiles like the scales of a snake. One side is colored gray and the other turquoise, with an orange center. This is the part that makes me think of graphene. In a previous video, I discussed smart dust. In that article, one of the things mentioned was the gray and blue goo. What else do these colors of the VeraBank logo represent? The gray, of course, makes me think of the gray aliens that have become popular over the years. The turquoise is like oxidized copper. There's the blue blood reference. And copper is a part of the electric kingdom. So we have the kingdom of Jesus and Satan's electric kingdom. So this bank logo is basically mockery of Jesus's version. But that's not all. I took a picture of some of the ornaments hanging in their lobby. So I ask you, what do you make of this? I'm not sure yet, but it obviously represents something. 5 diamonds total, 2 white, 2 blue or turquoise, and 1 red or orange. It's hard to make out the colors from the outside, but I'm guessing they're the same colors as the logo. They make me think of the diamond-shaped orbs that people see, but maybe it's something else. What do you think? I didn't take a picture of it, but the bank has an ITM, not an ATM. I'm guessing ITM stands for Internet Teller Machine. Now you're probably still thinking, what does a bank that deals in digital currency have anything to do with graphene? Well, a couple of years ago, I was looking into Bitcoin and digital currencies. I called it my Digital Prison series. In part 2, I covered the patent from Microsoft that primarily discussed digital wallets, among other subjects. Well, a part of this digital wallet system mentioned is nanotech biosensors. Graphene antennas are connected to these biosensors for transmitting and receiving signals. So what's another connection between graphene and digital currencies? In a previous video about Neal Stephenson, I brought up the death metal band Crypta, but I'll bring it up again. On the wiki page for Crypt, it says, the word Crypta, however, is also the female form of crypto, meaning hidden. In the band's video for their song I Resign, their eyes are whited out like they're possessed. Well, in a previous Black Dawn video, I showed something similar also. In the Smallville TV series, there's the character Brainiac. In the series, it stands for Brain Interactive Construct. Well, Brainiac is an artificial intelligence with a synthetic body, made of graphene. Brainiac would connect to his victims and take over their minds. He possessed them. In this particular image with the character Lana Lang, She has whited out eyes like the women from the band Crypta. She has been possessed by the graphene intelligence. As a result, Lana Lang was found by Clark Kent. She was holding a boiling pot. It was burning her hand. More specifically, her right hand. Her right hand had been marked. You know where I'm going with this. So the graphene intelligence gave Lana the mark of the beast. Graphene and cryptocurrency both relate to the mark of the beast. I managed to come across an ad for a crypto business while I was looking at something on my phone. I'm glad I saved the image. The company is called Pulse Chain. As you can see, there are 2 dice in the ad. Each dice has 6 sides, so that's 66. But as you can see, each side on the dice shown has the number 6 on it. So just going with the 3 sides that are showing in the image, that's 666. You can also see that they mention Bitcoin in their ad. Still think Bitcoin isn't a part of the beast system? These people at Pulse Chain know it. So I looked up Pulse Chain. Here are some images I found. Here's one with Pulse-Iden, their take on Poseidon. You know, the same little god from the Enchantment Under the Sea dance from Back to the Future. Notice that he is coming out of a tornado, a spiral, a portal. He holds a trident and a hex cube with a pulse signal in it. In this image, there are 2 hexagons, 66. One is pulse chain linked to the hex with electricity. Inside the hex is, of course, 2 smaller hexes, so that makes 3 hexes for 666. It also shows the concept of things within things. Into the Stars talks about this when he is discussing paperclips or Russian dolls. Now this next image titled The Royal Flush by them has a lot of symbols. I'm not going to break all of that down, but you can see the hybrid frog octopus thing. That frog face has become famous, or infamous. So from what I've shown so far is that crypto and graphene relate to possession, mind control, or the hive mind. When Lana is possessed by Brainiac, he inserts a wire into her pineal gland. In the logo of the Vera Bank, the pineal gland part is highlighted orange. Oranges are hybrids. This gets into a subject I will discuss in another video. Sounds like a sci-fi horror movie, doesn't it? Well, I'm going to show more graphene symbolism from a horror movie. I'm only going to show the images though, not clips, just in case there are any sensitive people out there. The movie is called The Evil Dead. It originally released in 1981 to a small audience. It wasn't released to the rest of the US until 1983. The movie is about the Book of the Dead and demonic possession. In this first image, the first person to get possessed is a woman. As you can see, she has whited out eyes also. So this theme of whited out eyes persists in a variety of entertainment genres. Also notice that she has a bandage on her forehead, where her pineal gland is. What does this woman do? She grabs a pencil to stab someone with it. Now remember how I showed in one of my WKRP videos that Arthur Carlson had a cup of pencils in front of him at a political debate? I said that it represented graphene. Well, this continues that theme. The demon-possessed woman then stabs another woman in the heel with the pencil. The heel is an important part, isn't it? There's the heel prick test, and, as Enter the Stars showed, the Washington Monument needle is at the heel of a foot in the map. What happens to the woman stabbed by the pencil? The graphene needle? She becomes possessed also. Her eyes become whited out. Where the stab wound is, the graphene begins to spread as it takes over the woman. Earlier in the movie, that woman who got stabbed by graphene received a gift from Bruce Campbell's character Ash. What was the gift? When I saw it, I thought of a looking glass. You know, clairvoyance. So is this foreshadowing the takeover of graphene in the future? This shows that graphene is a part of this takeover of the human mind, the human soul. That same woman then sits in a doorway, a portal. She begins to laugh. Like the Joker, her face is now painted like a clown. A lot of evil clowns out there. In another image from the movie, a window is broken by the dark spirit outside. The character Scott goes to check out the situation. He picks up what's left of the window pane. It's shaped like a T. Keep in mind, his name is Scott. So this could be a Scottish reference, as the character holds a T. Is this foreshadowing a certain Scottish man with a T initial? Who knows? I'm not going to go too deep into all of what the Evil Dead movie and its sequels are about, but I did want to show this graphene part since it relates to the subject. But since graphene is a part of this digital currency system, I will show a couple of Bitcoin t-shirts. This first shirt has the name Satoshi. I have already stated in previous videos that the name Satoshi Nakamoto means central and intelligent for the Central Intelligence Agency. Satoshi is a fictional character. Also notice the smiley face, representing a biological event. The eyes are dollar signs. This makes me think of the Old West movies where people would put dimes on the eyes of a dead person. But what do you think it means? This next shirt shows the obvious. Many of those in the club have made this hand gesture before. Tulsi Gabbard and Jim Carrey come to mind. Notice the Bitcoin logo where the eye should be. Bitcoin and the blockchain associated with the all-seeing eye. Also, the word Bitcoin uses the Disney font. This way they can show people the 666 in the font to connect Bitcoin to the beast. But I'll let a Bitcoin promoter say it in his own words. You see, I began paying attention to the Texas Blockchain Council back in 2021. This is where I first learned about Peter Thiel, good buddy of Texas Senator Ted Cruz. I'm going to play a clip from the Texas Blockchain Conference from 2023. The man talking is Herbert Sim.
Right. Actually, that we're on this topic, right? It just hit me that I want to share something that probably no other individuals out here has ever shared. Okay, it's a biblical angle about our current future tech. Okay. What religion am I? Yeah. I'm Catholic. Okay. I was wondering if it's politically correct, you know?
I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
And Ryan can edit it out.
But Christians in general, Catholics all read the Bible, right?
Yeah, Christians.
So, taking a verse out of the Bible in Revelation.
What do you know, by the way?
I'm Christian.
Okay.
Justin.
Okay.
So the thing is, in Revelations, they talk about the mark of the beast. Have you heard of it?
Yes.
Okay, so it's 666, right? So now the thing is, nobody can buy or sell without the mark of the beast. And so this technology today is already here. Decentralization, Bitcoin, does it ring a bell? So so every transaction is tracked on blockchain. So when I heard about it in 2010, I was like, man, this is the future. This is prophesied in the Bible, right? Now, that's the software. How about the hardware? So there's this guy that I mentioned, Elon Musk. I'm sure we all know one of his company called Neuralink that's putting the neural chip into the human brain, right? That is
a little disturbing.
Yeah, but the way I see it is that might be also the future that's coming.
Yep.
Right? A lot of Americans will hate to hear this, but the same way like the vaccine is forced down across the world, the same way the neural chip will be forced down across the world. And you're hearing it from the Bitcoin man that, foresaw Bitcoin, right? So now I'm foreseeing that the neural chip that Elon Musk is building.
Are you going to put a time stamp to that? So we got 200,000 by the end of the year, and then...
So why I predicted Bitcoin to be $1 million by 2030 is because the way I see the timeline for this neural chip to be embedded in everybody's head must be 2030. Why I derive at this number? Okay, things are getting a little scary here. I can see your eyes widening, you know.
We're just gonna edit this out. Although the problem is you have video, so it's not edited there. So
okay, so back to the topic. So why 2030 is because, okay, there's a prophecy that Jesus is coming back
Okay.
on the third day.
Okay.
Okay, and the third day is, okay, one day is 1,000 years. So on the third day, early the third day means 2030, the day that Jesus died, 30 years old, 233 range, right?
Okay.
Now the thing is, the way I see it, he has to push this mark by this date. And I think that we're in Texas, a lot here are Christians and liberals, right?
You serious?
It's funny, they can tell us exactly what this technology is about, and people will still buy into it. So Herbert Sim, who claims to be Christian, is helping build the Mark of the Beast system that the Bible warns about. Something's wrong with this picture. Well, there's more to this graphene subject, so there will be another part to the Black Dawn of Graphene. I may do other video subjects in between so it doesn't get boring. Anyway, thanks for watching. As always, I hope this helps. Never lose sight of Jesus or you could get lost in all this mess.